Greetings, friends and future friends. I wanted to show you a little bit more in depth this chord sequence recorder because there's something I found out this last week that is really awesome. So first we bring up our styles. We got an A Cuban jazz style playing here. And we'll go to the bottom and we'll hit chords. We hit the chords and of course there's nothing there. Now you can hit there all of me, bring that up, hit that, escape, and press the start sequence and it'll show up. And it'll actually play that sequence. And there's a lot, if you go into this library, there is a lot of different, matter of fact, in jazz, there's almost 6 categories or 5 categories of chord progressions that will fit with jazz. But here's the thing I want to really show you. Let's exit out of that. It's a record. So when you're recording, what you do is you start your keyboard up, get ready, and you can record. And there's your progression. Hit start sequence again, and there's the progression that chord progression that I just recorded. What you do then is go up here and hit on this little menu, and what I can do is I could say save keyboard set, save pad, save sequence to library. I go punch on that, name this whatever I want. We'll call it chord clip 01. And go OK. Save. Boom. Now if I go back in to the chord sequence, go into user, you're going to see chord clip 01 right there, and I can bring that up anytime I want. That is an awesome thing. Let's escape out of it. But here's something that I thought was really cool. Now if you're playing in a natural tuning where you're not transposing anything, it works fine. I just recorded this track and it works fine. But if I go and record again and I play that same progression but I'm tuned down 3 half steps, now it's recording the F sharp minor. And if I bring it up, it'll show. Now it's an F sharp. It's showing that. But here's the trick. You're tuned down to 3 half steps below its natural tuning. So now this A is actually an F sharp. And when we play that back, it's playing back the F sharp, which is actually playing the F sharp, but it's taking it down 3 steps, which then gets even more confusing, because that same chord progression is now dropping this down 3 half steps. So actually the real killer thing about this thing is whatever's playing here, whatever chord sequence you see here playing, always look to see this note up here. Actually that's playing an E7 right now. And how is that all messed up? Because we recorded it at -3. And the sequence has been recorded. Yeah, I was playing the A minor, but it came out to be an F sharp. And then the keyboard says, okay, you want to take everything down 3 steps. So basically, I played an A minor, but let's go down 1, 2, 3, which is F sharp. Now 1, 2, 3, which is actually an E7 or E flat 7. So what ends up happening is it goes minus, minus, minus. Well, here's the real cool thing about this. After figuring this out, and it really works great, what we do is we go to 0 tuning, hit record, play our A minor, bring that sequence back up again, And now we have the A minor. We just played it, A minor. It's an A minor 0. But we bring this down to 3 half steps. Now that's an F sharp minor. And if you look up here, it's telling you that's a D. That's F sharp minor. What is really awesome is if you're in the studio working, and of course we'll bring this big screen up, and you're working with other musicians like me that have their guitars tuned down, if you told me to play an F sharp minor scale on a guitar, I would take me a few minutes to figure it out. I'd figure it out. But A minor, I know A minor. I've been playing A minor all these years. I know where that A minor is. But really, what is that I'm playing? I'm not really playing A minor. I'm playing F sharp minor. This is where this comes in handy, because now I can look up to this screen and see A minor and know I'm playing A minor, and I'm playing the A minor because I know that's what I play. And I go to the F, and I know where the F is. There's no transition between what I see on this screen and what is on the stringed instrument because it's tuned down. What a killer thing. I've worked with some software that when you transpose everything, these all change. And it gets confusing. Because when I'm playing an open E chord on the guitar, it's actually a C sharp that I'm playing. And so the guitar player, you say, hey, play me an E, he's playing an E. If you write this stuff out and you transpose it down, any chord progression, I can even bring up other chord progressions in here. I'll bring up a blues progression. That's C7. That progression is C7 going to F7. Hey, playing blues in C. I know that. I can do that all day long. All the other guitar players in that room or wherever you have this set up are watching that. They're playing C. But really, what is it? It's really an A7 because we're down 3 steps. The bottom line is this keyboard is detuning all of this down 3 half steps. Again, some styles, as if I showed you in the other videos, you might have to change things, but it transposes everything down, keeping everything intact. So you wrote that song in G, and I've seen this many times, especially when working with vocalists, that say, hey, I can't play that high or whatever, and you bring the guitar tuning down. You know, this is a big thing now. Everybody tuning down a little bit because they make it easier to sing. So I can drop my guitar anywhere in the world, and all I got to do is transpose it. Now notice if I bring that same chord sequence up and I brought it up to 1 minus 1, notice what this changes to. That's now a B7. And if I bring it back, the same sequence, bring it down 3, we'll play it again. That just changed to an A. Same sequence, but it's not saying, hey, this keyboard is so cool because what it's doing is saying, hey, you're playing this in C. If you're on a stringed instrument and you composed it in C, you can keep playing it in C. But really, we're telling you that that's not a C anymore. That's really an A7. Awesome. Such confusion. Let's face it, people. As creative people, we want to stay in that creative bubble. We don't want to keep thinking about things. When we have to start thinking about, I got to do this, I got to do that, you lose that creativity of that moment, and now you're thinking about what I have to do to make this right. Here, this 5X is telling you, hey, I'm doing all the work for you. You want to transpose this, and it doesn't matter. I mean, even if I go down, I really never tried, but I mean, I can probably go down, let's go down 7, see what happens. Going down, that's change it to an F. So let's say it was 7, we can go 7. So it was C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's the F. So and what happened? We're still showing it as a C. But the keyboard's telling you, hey, that's actually an F7. So just something to think about. This chord sequence, remember, the main thing to take away from this whole video is when you're recording your sequence, make sure that you have this number up here on 0, because you're going to record whatever you're going to record. Make sure you record that sequence on 0, because if you transpose this down, this keyboard is going to transpose this sequence down, but it's not going to change these letters. These are all going to stay. This is going to stay C. Again, I show you again. We're at 0. I hit play, C7, C7. I tune this thing down, 1, 2, 3. Bring up that same sequence, C7. Bring that same sequence up again, C7, A7. If I went down 2 more, or down -7, C7, now it's F7. Again, we go back to 0. So, again, the takeaway, when you're recording your chord sequences, make sure you have it in 0 tuning, and then you can do whatever you want. Change to transpose it north or south, up or down, and this keyboard will do it. It's awesome. You take care, my friends.